4 Pokemon followed a glowing portal and vanished from their world. In a flash of light, they landed somewhere impossible. A world made completely out of blocks. The trees were square, the flowers were square. Even the clouds looked like they had been built piece by piece. Pikachu sparked with surprise. Charmander stared up at the giant blocky trees. Bulbasaur sniffed the flowers, and Squirtle heard something nearby. A river. The group hurried through the wilderness until they reached the water's edge. Pikachu, Bulbasaur, and Charmander rested by the riverbank, but Squirtle couldn't resist. He jumped straight into the river and started swimming through the crystal blue blocks like he belonged there. After resting, the 4 Pokemon kept exploring. Soon, they found a small Minecraft village. Villagers walked through the paths, farmers worked in the fields, and lanterns glowed beside wooden houses. The Pokemon wandered inside, amazed by everything. Then Charmander noticed villagers working near a furnace. The firelight glowed against his face, and his tail flame flickered brighter. But beyond the village, the adventure turned darker. The 4 Pokemon found a cave. One by one, they walked inside. The tunnel was cold, the walls were silent, and deep in the darkness, something began to glow. Glowing stones shimmered from the cave wall like tiny underground stars. Pikachu stepped closer. Bulbasaur leaned in. Charmander lifted his flame. Squirtle stared at the sparkling wall. But behind them, something moved. The Pokemon turned around slowly. A creeper was standing in the shadows. All 4 Pokemon panicked and ran. The creeper chased them through the tunnel, past glowing stones, sharp corners, and falling dust. Just when they thought there was nowhere left to go, they crashed straight into Minecraft Steve. Steve turned around and saw Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle hiding behind him. Then he saw the creeper coming. Steve pulled out his sword and stepped forward. The cave filled with echoes as Steve fought the monster. Steve defeated it. The danger was gone. Pikachu jumped with joy. Charmander's flame burned bright. Bulbasaur smiled, and Squirtle splashed happily in a tiny cave puddle. Steve waved for them to follow. Together, they walked through the long tunnel until sunlight appeared ahead. At last, they stepped outside. The Minecraft world looked even bigger than before, so Steve led the Pokemon across hills, rivers, forests, and villages, showing them the world, block by block. But when the sun began to set, he brought them back to the portal. Pikachu looked up at Steve. Bulbasaur lowered his head. Charmander gave one last wave. Squirtle smiled from beside the glowing light. One by one, they walked into the portal. Steve stood alone in the quiet forest until he heard Pikachu's tiny spark behind him.